Hey guys, it's D the Dot, and this is the third part of my Turning Random Concepts into OC series. I highly suggest you go check out the first two, but I'm really excited. These videos are so fun to do, honestly. So first, the winners of the first two episodes was Crest of the Sea, and I agree. I would vote for that too. It was very fun. I was very proud of the designs. However, there is one in this video that I think might be my favorite of all time. I'm really excited to show you. But first of all, I have a merch drop! Oh my gosh, you can buy these really cool shirts, a beanie, and a bunch of stickers right now, and I'm working on more stuff. It would mean the world to me if you purchased something. I tried really hard to make them look cool rather than just being a bunch of self-promo for my channel. So I really hope you like them. Go check that out. It's on the store tab of my channel. It's really easy to find. Have fun. Let's go over the rules really quickly. I spin a wheel to get a genre or concept. Based on that genre or concept, I make a few characters. Based on those characters, I do some world building and story writing. And then when I'm done, I put it on my personal opinion tier list and out on a vote for you guys to choose which one you like the best. Whichever one wins the entire bracket of this entire series, I will turn into an actual project like a book, comic, or something similar. If at the end of the series there are any characters I don't want to keep, I'll be selling them as adopts. All that being said, let's head on to the designs. Our first concept is robots. The reason I was disappointed is because I'm just not really a big fan of robots. I don't like AI in real life, so why would I really like it in fiction? So I thought an easy way around this would be maybe to more so focus on like cyborgs and biological engineering and stuff like that. So this society is basically like, it has the technology where you can modify your body with robotic parts, but that's kind of taboo. It's not really approved of. However, some people still do it. So this is Cody. She is not a cat, by the way. I just gave her those little head thingies. I think they like, I don't know, they do something, okay? But yeah, she basically engineered robot parts for herself because she just thought they were kind of cool, kind of helpful. They help her survive because she has some physical disability. I have not really decided what yet, but I think they just help her live a normal life. If you're watching this, there's a 99% chance that you are an artist. Do you want to improve your art skills though? That's the question. And if so, you should check out today's sponsor, Artwad. Unlike a lot of random tutorials you can find, Artwad is awesome and very fun. Artwad is basically art tutorials, but you take it and you make it kind of like a game, and you can earn experience points and stuff. I've been taking a figure drawing class and an architecture class, and I have noticed some genuine improvement, especially in the architecture category. And a thing that surprised me about Artwad is that it has a built-in drawing feature, like you literally just watch or read instructions and then you get to immediately draw. It's super hand-on, you have a lot of creative freedom, and it shows you some solutions compared to what you decided to do. Artwad has by far the most easy to understand instructions that I've ever seen from an art tutorial, and I just genuinely highly recommend them to anyone looking to improve their art. Use the link at the top of the description for 30% off on Artwad. Thank you so much to Artwad for sponsoring. Now let's get on with the video. Then we have Jay. His entire family is, you know, pretty anti-robot, as most society is, but he himself just finds it really fascinating. He doesn't really have anything against it. He wouldn't do it to himself necessarily because he's perfectly fine, physically healthy, but he thinks it's really cool, so he'll like study robots and draw robots. He's kind of a bit of a nerd, let's be honest here. So essentially the only people in society that really do use robotic technology and stuff are the people who like genuinely can't really function without it. Like they have a bad physical disability that makes it so they can't really like do things that they want to do. But then there's also the other half of people who do it for worse reasons, like they want to be more powerful, they want to use it for killing or something like that. We're living in a kind of futuristic dystopian society. I like how these character designs came out. Essentially, since Cody decided to do robotic modification to herself, she is incredibly, like, she's at very high risk of bad things that happen to her because everyone in society is pretty anti-robot. And it like makes sense why they are, because some people who like some cyborgs are genuinely dangerous, but not all. So Cody is kind of stuck in the middle here, but she hides in the shadows. She does not go out at daytime. She's really only out at night. She tends to travel through like by rooftop and stuff. She's just not, she doesn't want to be seen on the ground. This is a kind of bad and lazy drawing, but you get the idea. There's graffiti that people are like, die robots, unplug the electricity. Everyone is super anti-robot. But then she's covering it up because, you know, she's a robot, kind of. She's a cyborg. She needs it to survive. It saved her life. So she's, you know, she's pro-robot. I swear there's better art in this video. So anyways, then what happens is Cody is traveling by a rooftop, you know, just hopping from place to place, and she stumbles across Jay, and Jay is like, holy crap, you're actually a cyborg. That's kind of a rare occurrence in the city. And so he's quite interested, and she's very skeptical and not very trusting, but at the same time, she kind of needs a place to stay. She's not very safe out in the open. So they make a little deal, you know, she gets to stay with him and he gets to like figure out stuff about robots and stuff. She gets to help him with robotic engineering and stuff. So it's a win-win situation, except for the fact that they don't really get along. Her personality is a little more like angry. She doesn't trust him at all, and so they fight a lot, but you know, I have a feeling they'll warm up to each other. I don't know, man. So yeah, this art is supposed to be kind of like their meeting. I don't know, just a little sketch. And then I just felt like drawing little nerd boy again, because I think he's kind of cute and silly. And yes, he does actually, like, he wears glasses, just not all the time. So that's why in the concept art I gave him glasses, and in the reference sheet-ish thing, he doesn't have them. But, yeah, I think he's very silly. I'm proud of him. Well, actually, I like Cody too. I think I like his personality better. I gave this story the cheesy name of Guide to Cyborg Survival. That'll probably change. I just needed to make a logo for it, and I couldn't really think of a title, so, don't make fun of me. I know it's really bad. Our 6th concept for this series is monster. Pretty broad concept. Okay, so it took me a while to think of something. Ignore this first attempt, I don't know what I was doing. But I came up with an idea. So this is our first character. Her name is Ren, and I love her design. I am so proud of it. She was so fun to draw. And essentially what this story is going to be like, it's kind of inspired by Stranger Things in a way. But in this town, it's basically a very common urban legend that there are these creatures roaming the forest that are kind of like big wolves. I'll show you them in a little, I guess maybe slight horror warning. I don't think it's too bad, but yeah. There's these big wolf-like creatures, and it's a huge, their city is a huge tourist trap. People come all over just to buy like merch of this weird urban legend. This girl Ren here thinks it's complete baloney. A lot of people don't believe in it, but a lot of people genuinely do. She thinks it's stupid and overrated, and she just doesn't care. And this is her best friend, friends to lovers, and she is named Mia. Her design is like pretty simple, but it took me a second to figure out the colors and stuff. But she is a menace. She thinks she's so cool. She tries really hard to be cool, but she's kind of weird. Let's be honest. She's a weird kid. But they're best friends, and she, on the other hand, does sort of believe in these monsters, which, by the way, I'm so sorry. I have not named the monster species yet. I tried to think of things, but I can't really find something that fits well. But she kind of believes in them, more as a joke, more like as a, oh yeah, they're gonna get you sort of thing, just to scare people. But Ren certainly does not. Kind of forgot to talk about Ren's personality. She's super laid back, chill, funny, goofy, but like not energetic really. Mia is very energetic. Guys, I literally love these two so much. Okay, so now maybe slight spooky horror-ish warning. This is what the monsters look like, because yes, they are indeed real. Even though no one has seen one for an extremely, extremely long time, so therefore they've become sort of a myth, Mia and Ren learned the hard way that these creatures are actually real. They go out into the forest and encounter one. These things are quite literally monsters. They will rip you apart. They are very dangerous. They are not friendly puppies. This one in specific I think is named Agnes. I don't know why he even has a name. I just gave him one, okay? It's a little goofy, but I think he turned out pretty spooky. I like him. I like him very much. I'll put a bad comparison to a human in a second here. They are quite large and quite bloodthirsty and scary. Yay. Hee. So these beasts may seem rare because no one has seen them in a very long time, but after Mira? Hold up. Fit check for my napalm era. Okay, sorry. After Mia and Ren encounter one for the first time, they start to appear more often. They start coming towards the town a little more. There's even a little bit of found footage of them, and the town goes crazy. They think this is going to be a big tourist attraction until they start finding bodies and remains, because these creatures are bloodthirsty and not for food, kind of just for fun. They're kind of spooky. But there are hundreds of them in this forest. They have like a hidden secret part of the forest where there's just a huge pack of them. They travel in packs. Yes, that's awful. It's even worse because they're gigantic and they're dangerous. But what are you gonna do about it, you know? This art was so fun to make, oh my gosh. So here we have Ren on the left and Mia on the right encountering the beast for the first time. And safe to say they are very scared. If you're wondering if these creatures are fast, yes, they very much are. They're like giant wolves. Why wouldn't they be? So these two barely made it out alive. They literally just had to sprint at their top speed until they got into the light of the city. I'm thinking maybe these beasts just can't really go in the light. They only come out at night and they refuse to step into like streetlights or whatever. So, you know, they should be safe as long as they bring flashlights or whatever. But obviously it's still very, very risky. However, these two aren't just gonna sit at home and pretend like nothing happened, because even though it is extremely dangerous, they are kind of now at fault, so they want to stop it. So they basically have to balance an entire normal school life while also trying to figure out how to stop this surge of monsters coming into their town, and survive it all while they're at it. This art in particular was kind of just for fun to show that they're so cutesy. Oh my gosh. I am so obsessed with these two characters. They are best friends. However, maybe they'll become more. I don't know, man. I did an extra little doodle just because I can, and for anyone wondering why I put romance subplots into like all of these, it's because only one of these is gonna be guaranteed to turn into an actual thing, and I love including romance in my stories. So, you know, I figure might as well add it into pretty much everything in this series, so that way no matter what wins, I get to add some. I love these two so much! I am very obsessed. Look at how cute they are! I decided to name this story Stalk Under Stars, and I am desperately hoping this wins. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot to do the, like, personal ranking tier list and explain stuff for the first one, so I'm just gonna do that now. First of all, both of these would, like, definitely be a webcomic, especially Stalk Under Stars. I would 100% do a webcomic for that. And my personal opinion tier list brings us from this to this, because A, Stalk Under Stars, definitely my favorite so far. I really want to do that. And the other one, I'm just honestly not that inspired by a robot concept, even what I did with it. It's like definitely better than other things that I could have done, but I still just like, I'm not super obsessed with the idea of robots, so yeah, there's the ranking. Thank you for supporting me financially. To Random Epic Cake for being a member of my Ko-Fi in the Silliest Cat tier. Thank you again, Random. You are awesome. I really appreciate the support. Thank you to Meowing Crystalline for donating to my Ko-Fi, and Vlocotter and Lime for boosting my Discord server. If you want to receive a shout out in the next video, leave a super thanks in the comments, donate to my Ko-Fi, become a member of my Ko-Fi, or boost my Discord server. That's all. Go buy my merch, check out Artwad. Goodbye.